Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Rule the Waves as Great Britain, episode number 39, I think. So we just won the most recent war against the Americans. Damn Americans. And got our Victoria class laid out. Actually, not even so far from completing, just a bit over a year. So I suspect that they'll be completely finished and fully worked up by the time we go to war again. And that's really good news because, yeah, I'm sure that you guys need no reminding that I haven't had a functional battle fleet up in probably a decade. That when the last of the Renowns fell, we haven't had any other dreadnoughts that are capable of real fleet combat. So it's really nice that I'm going to be able to get those up. Now, we're very low on funds right now, so I do need those to finish so that I can free up a little bit more cash. Excuse me, let me slide the mic a little bit this way. And the first thing I need to do as soon as I have money is start retrofitting some of my ships. We're using Improved Director. We have Advanced Director available. So that's like an upgrade I need to do. I don't think we can do Advanced Director. Wait, on light cruisers you can? Yeah, you can. You cannot on destroyers then. I think that they don't ever get the possibility of Advanced Director, and they do not. People have asked, like, will there be a new class of destroyer? Will there be a new class of light cruiser? Like, in theory, I would love for all those things. My favorite part of this game is designing new ships. It's, like, the best. And then the rest of the game is like, oh, did that design work out, right? But we just don't have the money to do it. Because when you build a design, it's usually the most, like, min-max, optimized, efficient thing you can do is build a really good design and then pump out a sizable chunk of ships from that class. Because of the initial investment, like the 8-10 million you need for the first ship, the more ships you then build after that, the better that ratio, or the cheaper each individual ship is. Now that ratio really goes away, I think, after you build. For the bigger ships, that's done after like 5 or 6, and for the smaller ships, I think it's done around 10, and then you don't need to worry about it. If you have 10 from a class, you've already really minimized that initial startup fee. Okay, but that's enough rambling. Yes, excellent. You know what would be funny is if I chose something which is a disarmament thing, and I scrapped all my Victoria classes after so much work in them. We're still getting better submarines even. Interesting. Yeah, we did switch up, if you remember, all our research priorities to kind of favor the technologies which should benefit us in the late game. I don't know why submarines are still even finishing stuff. That's crazy. I guess they're going to be like high 80% reliability now. And kind of makes me want to build some more. I mean, look at this monthly balance just dropped just after the refit of the King William II finished. King William II, I should say. That significantly reduced the amount of our deficit. Do we need to really upgrade the Glinders? This is an interesting question. Do they really need Advanced Director? I don't think so. First of all, the weight remaining is somewhat problematic, and I don't think these are going to be involved in combat ever. I still kind of wish we had more of them, because they are strategic battle dreadnoughts. You know, this is fantastic how many points they give us. And points per tonnage, points per maintenance cost, let me put it that way instead. You can't do better than the Glinder. For a ship that only costs 250,000, but is giving us, I think, 13 strategic points. Strategic points, I'm just referring to these numbers. So, light cruisers, I guess, are 3 points. Destroyers are 1 point. I'm just trying to guess here. They don't give a point if they're on foreign stations or raiding. In case you're wondering why the points don't really add up all the time. I asked about this several times on the forum before I finally got that answer. Okay, max dock size, whatever. Okay, it seems like we have the smallest total tonnage of large cruisers. We're losing 1 prestige. That's fine. Reduce the penalty for more than one ship firing at the same target. That's even better. So I've been waiting for that to happen. Remember, I actually specifically mentioned that when I boosted our fleet tactics up to medium from low. I was waiting for more of these reductions in penalties. So we have concentrated fire and we have shell dies. We have 2 things which should reduce the penalty. That's good. Still waiting for quality 1 weapons. I would love for a quality 1 high-end weapon. I might even consider making a new battle cruiser. I just Nah, I guess they won't. It'll take too long for us to ever get it into play. But all these machinery upgrades means that a new Ajax would be like extremely powerful, very potent. But we don't have much time left in the game anyway, considering we're almost to episode 40. Yeah. Very good. These are, again, all the improvements I'm targeting. We get these... this is, by the way, the design I'm most familiar with for the British during World War I, is these like multiple center lines with dual turrets. So I was thinking about making most of our ships dual turreted. If I actually was able to... If I had the budget to spend a little bit more willy-nilly, a little bit more for fun, instead of being squeezed into barely having enough points to defend our territories, I would definitely make those kind of ships. But okay, this will spell doom. So we had a Hawk Party do something. Now we have a liberal government switching right back. Much change in fortune. Looks like we might be going to war with France. And again, I thought that wouldn't be the worst thing. It's not the ideal endgame opponent, considering we lost in the end a lot of territory to the Americans. What do we lose? We lost Trinidad. We lost New Providence and Grand Bahama, I think. We did end up taking Panama from them. But I don't know how much budget this actually like boosts, or how much that actually matters in terms of budget increase. Good base capacity here. I guess we have to increase our base capacity here too, because it's the only place left. And might as well increase our base capacity here as well. I'm just trying to think, where are the places we're most likely going to need to deploy ships, and how are their... Oh, my phone. How are their current port allowances? It looks like we're okay on West Coast, but really not sufficient on the East Coast, which is not surprising considering we lost Newfoundland, Bermuda, New Brunswick. We lost 3 territories there. It's so brutal how many territories we've lost. I kind of consider this campaign a failure because of that. It's brutal. Okay, let's do this, and this will probably take us to war. Well... let's take a look at what we'd be up against. I mean, this is not a difficult ship to deal with. 15-inch guns. I mean, 15-inch guns are nothing to sneeze at, but only 9. No super firing. Kind of a strange ship. 25-inch shells as well. There's really not much there either. It must have really good... Yeah, here's something that's a little more scary. Exactly like that design on the damage control improvement we had that I was remarking about, the double turrets and the British design. This is very similar to that. 5 turrets. I always think that this is slightly worse. 28 knots. 10-inch belt. I think we could take the French down, no problem. We'd have to redeploy a little bit, but the problem is we don't yet have our new ships out. Estimated in 1929, still over a year away. Okay, this is good. I like this. Budget up. Decrease in prestige, which has never mattered to me. And only a single tick of tension up. Ah, that was perfect. AP projectiles and ship design. Notice that nothing is actually happening in these, and that means that our research tree has dried up. Okay, not exactly. You can get a bonus and not actually finish a tech, but I'm pretty sure that if you are at the end of the tech tree, you'll still get that notice, and you will obviously never finish another tech. One of these days, I'm going to just write down or put in a notepad how many techs they have at the highest when you've finished researching everything. But I keep forgetting, so I can't tell when these are actually done. Although I'd have to say that submarines probably don't have any more... Well, we're already on low there. Never mind. Yeah, well, we're doing okay. We have the things on high that we need to. Probably this should go to high as well. 14? I don't know how many it has, though. Okay, we'll leave it in medium. Fleet tactics. Okay, so we're still getting this. Separate scouting force. That's actually something technology which you can research back in like the early 1910s. So we're really late on that, but it doesn't matter. It's not something I really take advantage of. I prefer to have my fleet all combined anyway. Okay, we're actually positive on monthly balance. It does seem like we have time to squeeze out a new ship. And I think we're going to have to try to go with a light cruiser. The Canada-class light cruiser, that'd be funny. Because this way, actually, I can kind of use this to sweep up a lot of the names that people requested. Try to sweep them all under the light cruiser class to try to fix that right away. My God, no. Yeah, see if we can just get out a few more things. I'm only going to make this a speed of 28 or 29. Okay, that's not that much of a difference. I mean, 200 tons when you're only dealing with a 5,000 ton ship is pretty big. But 2.5, 2. I actually like this. This is weird, but I'm in favor of this weird, more belt, more deck, less turret, because now these are shielded mounts. So this should be a huge increase. And it's not really. Is it because this already... That doesn't seem to matter at all. It doesn't seem to matter. Because you're supposed to have there's supposed to be a difference in shielded mounts or whatnots. Did we ever get super firing? Yes, we did. Okay. I was starting to panic there. I thought we didn't. We did get super firing front, which is what I'd prefer. So this is going to be a bit more expensive, but one-on-one engagements it should do slightly better. We're going to want a sizable amount of torpedo tubes, so I think I'm just going to increase all of these. And again, raise the price. That's okay though. I would prefer, because you get engagements which are often one-on-one engagements, right? We'll take down, we don't need secondary guns. And these one-on-one engagements, they don't care what your displacement is, they still throw your ship at theirs. So, take this down a bit. Looks like we can barely just can't squeak under 6,000. So we'll go 6,100. But quality 1/6-inch guns with increased elevation, advanced director. I mean, this is just a beast of a ship. Oh, has short range, you say? Well, interestingly enough, I'm going to go with it. How much does it save money-wise? 25,000, 26,000 nearly. Doesn't cost that much, but how much would it cost to go up? Not enough to make it worthwhile, I think. This is basically $1 million more for medium range. I'd gladly take the medium range. We sure we can't? Oh, wow, that's a big jump. That's 100. I mean, yeah, see the jump from here, 114 to 70 is 50. And that jump is a full 100. So that's a huge, we gain so much weight remaining from that one tick up. 6,300 to some kind of min-max plateau. Well, let's just get the conning tower a little larger then. I mean, just upgrade things which are not really important, but we have the... Oh! Never mind. One thing I neglected is we can put mines on these, which I really would like to do. In fact, can we squeeze out? We can. For 140, we can get 30 mines. I really like this ship. Now, I already have up my... my form. Now, Uvox has gotten quite a few names, so let's actually try to get someone else out of it. I may name it the Canada class in the end, but I have Thunderchild still here as it. I didn't tick that off when I used it. Darn it. I'm going to use the Wiltshire, although it was requested as an armored cruiser. I'm going to use it as a light cruiser. We have the Enterprise, which we can throw in here. I won't rename all of them. I'll do that at the end of the episode off camera. But is there... Okay, I'm just going to leave it as the Canada class. Is there another better name? No, it's got to be the Canada class. Yeah, I don't think we have any other names that are really useful. Okay, yeah, well, let's leave it as the Canada class, which is very appropriate. So this is it. This is a fantastic ship. Oh, we have still not researched mine rails. Well, what the bloody heck? I'm going to save this design and not build it. Because we now need to get mine. Okay, so go to this and raise this to high. I'm pretty sure it's here, right? That we get mines. It might be on ship designs. Let's put this to medium. Alright, well, let's wait a little bit then. I should be paying attention to those, actually. Okay, so battle cruisers are still desired. We're up to 1 million, so we can build another ship. Let's just build something. What do we want to build? Did I miss it? I did. Darn it. Oops. Resume. So the Fire Flash will just be a little bit late. I didn't end up accelerating her. It's good to know that we'll have some ships out in about 4 months. Okay, let's theorize about a new battle cruiser class. Ugh. Ugh. Don't know what that ugly... That's much better. See, this would just be so much better if we had any quality 1 guns besides 14-inch. Yeah, we can't really consider it without having that edge. As far as the destroyer goes, well, we already kind of looked at it. The destroyers we have already had the benefit that they had the increased knot of speed. We just got lucky with. So I'd be reluctant to change that. We might have to upgrade our Kingfishers though. I think we just leave them exactly how they are. Just basically slap paint on them. So let's redo all the Kingfishers. Just so they stay relevant. I think it's time for us to redo our Minesweepers as well. These are, okay, yeah, 1925. Let's get the rest of these to be 1925. We've lost a ton of these. Holy cow. We're down to 24. Well, that just means we're going to have to build a bunch of those, which is what we'll do this turn. 1925. 12 more, and probably 12 more after that, I think. Maybe just 8 more. Okay. We still have room to build another ship. How many? Okay, so how many battle or dreadnoughts do I have? I got 5. I could get another. No, I'd rather save the money and do like another battlecruiser design or something. An endgame battlecruiser design. Even though ours already is. Yeah, I get it, I get it, I get it. It's not something we can quickly fix anyway. Crew training. I don't know what we're doing for crew training. We're doing night warfare. Let's do torpedo warfare instead. I don't know if that actually helps. I really have no idea. With our torpedoes, I kind of doubt it. But these are our normal, medium, not mine-laying submarines, but I think that they are going to be just as effective because we don't need to worry about like damaging or even destroying some of the American ships when we weren't getting any victory points for it. It doesn't seem to help. We mainly wanted to cause their government to collapse, and in the end we didn't do that. Protest. Yeah. Okay, and let's build some more submarines. That's another thing that reminds me. Only 16 months. I think we can get another 10. Make that 20. Why not? So how many do we have building now? Or completed, I should say. 109. So we'll be up to 130 or so. Yeah, mostly what we want now is a huge fleet engagement with our Victoria class. Yeah, well, gosh, I really wish we had mines. You know what? Who cares about the mines, though? It would be nice to have put them on, but they don't help in tactical combat. I hate the fact that we don't have them, though. Why don't we have them? Canada class. I mean, everything's perfect. It's just waiting for that. Well, I guess what we can do is just go really hog wild on the ammunition. We'll never have to worry about her running out of ammunition. I like it. It's still a good ship. Okay, we'll just have to build this and probably get mines started on the next turn. Let's get 6 of them to start. And that's good. Okay, good. What's their construction term? 19. So actually in one more month we can accelerate them and it should drop by 2 months. I think we'll do that as well because the game won't be on for very much longer, which means we won't be doing a battle cruiser or anything else. I might do just design one like to theoretically see what it would look like. Yeah, let's buy that. This is crazy. We just never got that somehow. I don't use them though. I use our destroyers at slightly less tonnage just because I like. I'm quite happy with them even at the lesser tonnage for slightly less tonnage but more quantity of them in the fleet. And you are just fine to probably just save and refit as is as well. I don't think we need to do anything here. These are pretty good. Yeah, they don't have the best, but I think we already tried that song and dance, and it would have been too expensive to actually refit them. So we'll just rebuild the Grenville, which was out in 1920. She's getting a little bit old. Let's rebuild all of them to this upgrade design, which doesn't do anything anyway. Comus class is 1922. They are quite old, so you know what, in some sense, like look at the difference between these 111,000 for speed of 22 versus these being just probably better in every way. Improved director versus improved director. Okay, 2 submerged, which we're seeing a lot of submerged damage, so I kind of don't like that submerged anymore. 2.5, 2, 2.5, 4. 2.5, 2, 2.5, 4. Yeah, it's the same armor, 5,800 tons versus 6,200, and the maintenance is only 1,000 more. So these Comus class, especially because I think these are on the newer armor configuration, they are. So I think what we need to do is just decommission these Comus class. They've served us well, but we're not using them for anything but raiding, and they're getting sunk anyway. I guess they're still doing okay, and victory points wise, they should not be worth as many because they are older. But I think as soon as we do get this Canada class built, we start decommissioning our Comus class. They've been with us since the game start, but this is one of the things I think you can take advantage of in the game, is that the light cruisers don't seem to decay too quickly. You can build an early game design. Our Victoria class is in. And it's relevant to the end of the game. Surprisingly. You would think that they would not be, but in the end, this is why speed does not matter that much. Unless you can fully outrun them, a lot of the times even having 1 or even 2 knots over your opponents is not enough to run away. They'll hit you enough times to slow you down before you can escape. Okay, and the monthly balance is already like just doing fine, so I think we do accelerate all of these. Get them in that little bit faster. Wait 1 more month on the Phaeton. I'll rename these though. Okay. Yeah, we're getting huge monthly balance returns just because all of our other ships are finishing. No more of those. Let's just get some more Canadas instead. And again, I will ask at the very last episode, I hate this 0 thing. It just pisses me off. I have to pay another 6 million for a ship that should already have been done. Anyway, I'll ask people to add their names to the very last episode of this series so that if you're like disappointed your ship didn't get commissioned, and you've waited, I mean, if you watch the full series, then you're probably one of the people who should have your name in the list sooner. Tensions haven't really changed lately, and with negative 5 million, I think we're going to build some more even. 4 might have been a bit ambitious, but we'll see. Oh, we did finish another Dreadnought. Yeah, we need all technology. Improve firefighting. I mean, this is one of those things which is just going to help us in general. Okay, next again. How are we doing on time? I got to make sure I don't go over. Okay, just 25 minutes, not quite yet. I can't wait to actually have a full fleet engagement. I think we haven't had one of those in a long time. Okay, better anti-submarine warfare technology, but it's quite useful to get that. We should put this to high. Let's put this to high now. We don't need those. That can stay on low. Yeah. This can probably go to low. We're not really going to do anything with better machinery at this point. Oh. Are you freaking kidding me? Just tell me what the Rodney was, and if you tell me, so help me God that it was a Victoria class, so help me God, I'm going to freak out. I'm going to be very upset. I just, the luck, that might have been just a Glinder class. Let me calm myself. If that wasn't, though, I will be very, very upset. I'm so anxious. I want to see immediately what ships did we have sunk. Oh God! Thank goodness! Thank goodness it was a Glinder class. Oh, you game! You really escaped one. All right, we have our Glinder class here, but supposedly there's only a French light cruiser in proximity to defend, and looks like we have some submarines scattered all over, which is good to see anyway. So let's just go to war with France. Let's kill them quickly. We're using our really slow dreadnoughts. These are not supposed to be out. But the good news is they do run away very easily. And they have like really good secondary guns too. We have these 5-inch guns which are easily going to take down some ships. They, I guess, even have torpedoes. What the heck? I forgot about that. I'm probably going to stop using those as much. So this Forbin class is going to take... it's just not going to survive hits from us. Even with our only 12-inch guns, that's much more than you need to sink a light cruiser. She might just be trying to make a quick withdrawal, which I wouldn't blame her for. Okay, some people are blowing up. I mean, it was really not an important message. We know that they're going to blow up. The Epée class is taking some damage as well. Come on, give me this Forbin class. It looks like we already got her. She's taking some heavy damage. So you can see that these are just doing exactly what I hoped that they would do. That they're capable of taking on everything that's not a dreadnought. And they add the strategic points of the heaviest of dreadnoughts on the normal, to the normal foreign tonnage or, you know, invasion calculation type events. So I thought we sank an Epée class, did we? We did. Okay, but just that one is gonna run away from us, not surprisingly. Massively successful engagement. We did spot this ship. I don't think that she's going to allow us to pursue. Considering we are extremely slow, we could have herd her into this submarine, though. Why not? There she is again. Okay, well at this point it's not worth it for us to continue. Oh. The heck? We actually found her. Amusing. Bad time for us to engage. We don't have any torpedo protection, so I'm going to run away. And the good news is about these ships, you don't have to worry about managing your squad max. You're practically at cruising speed to begin with. So, what? Well, I guess that didn't go against us, that torpedo. I mean, it didn't take into account, wasn't taken into account in victory points. No, it was, because they certainly didn't earn 500, 600 victory points before that. And that's another thing I probably should have done is upgraded. See, I never did the Ajax refits. Well, it's too late now. I guess I could do them one at a time. There's nothing else I'm missing, right? I think that's it. It's just a very quick 4-month adjustment. Yeah, okay, we'll do them one at a time then. They can all cycle, take their turns. The Glinder class is on Improved Director, she'll stay there. The Renown, we got her to Advanced Director, that's fine. And the main sea zone for the French is actually Northern Europe, so we will be fighting our main battle against the French here. We actually are blockaded, or will be, because 174 to 265. Let's go down restricted. Get more people on So we don't need them on the west coast anymore. Let's move them to Southeast Asia, which is where we want to invade. Let's get somebody else on foreign stations. Okay, good. Yeah, and then we'll just leave all our ships here. In fact, what is the chances that we lose another Ajax to raiding? It's so small, and I'd love to do it. Let's get our let's get our Achilles class to start raiding, which is going to lower our points even more. But I think just for one turn, we're going to chance it. And we need to get all our dependence class, thank God they finished, to anti-submarine warfare. And that should really put a dent in the French submarine what the frickin' heck? Sorry about that exclamation. That was probably too loud. But 100. What is going on here? 226 subs by Jet. What the? The only two people who don't have sub. What the hell? This is confusing. They only have 4 minesweepers too. Now, unfortunately, the French have 28, but that's probably not enough for the 110 we have. I'm glad I got that many minesweepers. Okay, we way outclassed the French in terms of light cruisers. So it must be just the battle cruisers thing that we're losing at. Yep. Now they have much less foreign... Actually, they don't even have that much less foreign station stuff to take care of. And now they're going to be 2 ships smaller for the... Or 2 ships lighter for their ability to defend their foreign stations since we just sunk 2 ships. Budget increase means probably build more Canadas. Okay, so 17 is the point at which we need to get them, and we missed a couple. Shame. That's a shame, but let's just build a few more. Canada classes, they'll be ready for the next battle, I guess. I'm still debating getting another big ship. Yeah, I think that it's got to be a destroyer next. Okay, this doesn't really matter. 21-7, that's a good ratio. We went to prize rules. I thought we went to unrestricted. Is that something you have to change every turn? What the heck? We sunk the Lion. Or the... I think it's Lion. Lion? Yeah, I guess not Lion because there's no accent here, so it's the Lion class. Or the Lion. Wow. There'd be some French pronunciation. I'm very bad with French, though. I mean, I'm bad with most language. I'm bad with English. Didn't know how to say Champlain. Or Oriskany. Or, no, it was Oriskany. Right? Small engagement. Not interesting to me, although we have dreadnoughts and they don't, so let's accept. Okay, they declined. They intercepted our... Well, this is a Achilles class, so let's take it. And that'll probably be the last thing we do in this episode. But a very interesting start. I'm actually pretty happy. War with France. I mean, war with the Americans is always going to be difficult because they are the best. They have the highest budget and by far the highest budget per territory to defend. They have the highest budget anyway, but they even have less territory than like Great Britain to defend. So they're just going to be very difficult. France, by comparison, much, much easier. And we can see that here. Okay, go get him, Admiral Truscott. Could still lose. They might have... I mean, this could be a battle... What the heck? It is a battle cruiser. Man, that's really unlucky. 28 knots. Almost no hope for us to retreat, but we'll try. So unless our ship was, like, I would say... maybe 33 knots we'd be able to get away. But let's see. What's our... We took a hit already, and we're down to a maximum of 21. This is what I mean. You take one hit, you lose 3 knots. So unless we were at 32... that hit would have taken us to 29, assuming that it's not proportional to your speed, and it would have taken us down more. So we'd already be going too slow to escape, unless we had... like, even a speed of 29 is not fast enough. This is why I just start to really not favor speed as a mechanic. So what we're going to do is just... we should have deployed smoke earlier as well, but let's deploy smoke and try to launch torpedoes. We've done it! No, I have a torpedo! Let me see if it hits. They don't simulate the trajectory of the torpedoes afterwards. So this basically means that we'll never know if that would have hit or not. It doesn't look good, but you know, we will just never know. Okay, is this Guidon something we have to worry about though? Man, it's a lot of guns. Very funky configuration. No. Well, it does have deck. That's a very weird configuration. Kind of looks like one of my ships. Which the AI does do, model their ships after yours. Well, basically tit for tat. We sank one of their light cruisers and a lot of other stuff, and they sank one of ours. Okay. So that will make it very interesting. We're actually losing in the victory point battle now because I think because of that submarine hitting our ship on retiring. Let's go to unrestricted. One more month. I don't think I can't. I can't. I'm gonna have to pause here. Sorry. Really wish I could, but that's gonna conclude this video. So we have 5 million left over. We don't want that to be doing nothing. Let's just accelerate this one just in case I forget. I'll accelerate them if they're at 17 or 18. I'm not going to be too particular. Yeah, lots of budget left. I think that means new destroyer. New destroyer. But I don't want to push this episode any further, so we're going to call it here. Thanks for watching. We're back at war, this time with France. I'm like much more confident about our chances in this war. Hopefully we can gain like some colonial holdings from them in the Caribbean, particularly in Southeast Asia. That's where I'm hoping to put enough people that we can get a favorable turn of events. Yeah, they do have 2 really valuable holdings there. That would be just fantastic. And we've taken a lot of the places from them already. I think, well, Cochin China was French, and I think Guangzhou was as well, maybe? I'm not sure. So anyways, thanks for watching this episode, and until the next one, take care.